Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your HIMediaTV news update. I am your host, and Haiti declares state of emergency after thousands of dangerous inmates escape. Attack on two prisons comes amid outbreak of violence as Prime Minister in Kenya trying to salvage UN-backed security force. This is from The Guardian, written by... Can't find a credit, unfortunately. Hate to see it. Haiti has declared a 3-day state of emergency and a nighttime curfew after armed gangs stormed the country's two biggest jails, allowing more than 3,000 criminals, including murderers and kidnappers, to escape back onto the streets of the poor and violence-racked Caribbean nation. This is very loaded language, by the way. The finance minister, Patrick Bossevart, who is also in charge of the embattled, while the embattled Prime Minister Ariel Henry is abroad trying to salvage support for a UN-backed security force to stabilize Haiti. The police said the police would use all legal means at their disposal to recapture the prisoners and reinforce curfew. Jeremy Trezer, a former elite police officer known as Barbecue, who now runs a gang federation, has claimed responsibility for the surge in attacks. He said the goal is to capture Haiti's police chief and government ministers and prevent Henry's return. The emergency decree was issued after a deadly weekend that marked a new low in Haiti's spiral of violence, which has led the U.S. to advise citizens to leave as soon as possible, and Canada to temporarily close its embassy. At least 9 people have been killed since Thursday, among them 4 police officers. Targets have included police stations, the country's international airport, and the National Football Stadium, where one employee was held hostage for hours. The UN estimates that about 15,000 people were forced to flee the violence between Thursday and Saturday, including those already in makeshift camps for displaced peoples and set up in schools, hospitals, and squares around the capital, Port-au-Prince. But even in a country accustomed to the constant threat of violence, Saturday's attack on the National Penitentiary in Port-au-Prince came as a huge shock. Almost all of the estimated 4,000 inmates escaped, leaving the normally overcrowded prison eerily empty on Sunday with no guards in sight and plastic sandals, clothing, furniture are strewn across the concrete patio. 3 bodies with gunshot wounds lay at the prison entrance. In another neighborhood, bodied corpses of 2 men with their hands tied behind their backs lay face down as residents walked past roadblocks set up with burning tires. It's unclear how many inmates were on the run, but Arnold Remy, a human rights lawyer whose nonprofit organization works inside the National Penitentiary, said on Twitter, "Trans rights, but it's okay to dead name Twitter." That fewer than 100 of the nearly 4,000 inmates remain behind bars. I'm the only one left in my cell, one unidentified inmate told Reuters. The sources close to the institution said it was likely an overwhelming majority of inmates had escaped. The penitentiary, built to hold 700, held damn near 4,000 as February of last year, according to rights group RNDDH. The BBC cited a local journalist who said that the vast majority of the 4,000 men there had escaped. Those choosing to stay included 18 former Colombian soldiers accused of working as mercenaries in the July 2021 assassination of then Haitian President Jovenel Moïse. On Saturday night, several of the Colombians shared a video pleading for their lives. "Please help us," one of the men, Francisco Rubu, said in a message widely shared on social media. "They are massacring people indiscriminately inside the cells." A second Port-au-Prince prison containing about 1,400 inmates was also overrun. The violence on Saturday night appeared to be widespread, with several neighborhoods reporting gunfire. Yeah. What do I think about this? I mean, Haiti has been kind of like getting dogged out by powers that be for the sin of overthrowing colonialism back in the day, and it's just kind of been a downward spiral from there. They can't get the resources were taken from their island in the early days of the colonialism. There's a reason why the DR has lush tropical forests and Haiti has none of that. And you know, I hope a UN-backed security force can get in there. And I hope the U.S. will play a role akin to the world's EMT rather than a world police state here, if I'm being perfectly honest. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been HIMediaTV News Update, your HIMediaTV News Update. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you, your time, and your listenership, and we will see you guys tomorrow.